Welcome to Curated by Laura Poe. Today, I'm going to share the things that you need to know before you set sail with Virgin Voyages. Hi, friends. I'm your host, Laura Poe, and I curate all the need to know details so you can make the most of your travels. Virgin is one of my very favorite cruise brands. I've sailed with them 6 times, and I have 3 more cruises booked, so I've got some great insights to share with you. Your Virgin voyage is going to be amazing, and I've got some helpful tips to make sure you feel prepared. Be sure to bring a pair of cute PJs you don't mind being seen in. There will be a PJ party on night 1 on board, and you don't have to wear PJs to participate, but it's nice to have the option if you want to go on theme. The venue for this party may be outdoors under the stars in the athletic club, or if weather is less cooperative, they'll move it indoors to the nightclub on board, the Manor. Either way, there are tons of fun surprises, including a tasty late night snack if you decide to stay up. Make sure to pack something red to wear for Scarlet Night. While it's certainly not required, it's really fun to participate in all the red-themed activities on board. There will be pop-up parties all over the ship, as well as a blowout party by the pool if weather permits that night. Here's a pro tip. Wear something to the pool party you don't mind possibly getting wet in. No one is going to force you into the pool, but you may find yourself having so much fun that you decide to jump in. If you'd like a fun, but not all the way soaked option, you can opt to dance and enjoy the party from a small shelf on the outside edges of the pool. Make sure to bring a refillable tumbler. There is plenty of water available around the ship, but there are no disposable water bottles or single-use plastics. Virgin is all about sustainability and being as earth-friendly as possible, so there's little to no plastic waste on board. There are water refill stations all over the ship, and that's going to be the most convenient way to stay hydrated. And as a lovely touch, there will also be carafes of sparkling and still water in your cabin, which is perfect after a day out exploring in port to come back and have water waiting in your cabin. Next, let's talk about arriving at the terminal. If you happen to find yourself at the port before your scheduled check-in time, you are able to drop off your luggage. The time depends on which port you're cruising from, but generally it's fairly early in Miami and around mid-morning for the European ports. Terminal V in Miami also offers a free shuttle to nearby shopping and restaurants, so you'll have something fun to do if you've got a little time to kill. There are some activities that cannot be booked until you're on board, like group fitness classes, including the VHS workout that people love, and activities like the grog walk, the super popular pub crawl. At check-in, you'll receive your wearable, which will be your room key, how you check in for shows, as well as how you pay for anything on the ship. Once check-in is completed, you'll be able to connect to the network and begin reserving things like workout classes and entertainment. Try to book as soon as possible because many of these activities and classes fill up quickly once everyone is on board. Be aware there is a 24-hour cancellation policy for paid activities like the grog walk and behind-the-scenes tour, so only register for those if you're sure you want to go. These are some things you do not want to miss once you're on board. You won't want to miss the sail away party as your lady ship pulls out of port. There will be complimentary bubbles on the first evening out by the pool deck, typically with lots of dancing and fanfare from the crew. Be sure to stop by if you'd like to toast to an epic voyage, and make sure to schedule your night 1 dinner for 7 p.m. or later to give yourself plenty of time to drink in all those views and your beverage of choice. You'll also want to attend as many of the early gatherings on the schedule as possible. Instead of having one main cruise director, Virgin has 13 crew members that make up the Happenings cast. These roles range from the diva and the hostess to the charmer, the bounce, and the hype, and many more. These amazing humans are not only talented, they're there to mix and mingle to make sure you have the best cruise. Happenings cast members have been known to give out secret party, invitation-only wristbands, or cards to people who attend these meetups, which can unlock some super secret experiences. For all the best Virgin Voyages tips, hit subscribe with that notification bell on. Okay, now on to my favorite part, the food. Make dinner reservations for each night in the app before your voyage. Scheduling opens for sailors 45 days prior to the cruise, and for rock stars, 60 days prior. So make sure you set a reminder so you can get all the dinner reservations that you want. There are so many incredible dining options, but here are 2 of the standout favorites for many sailors. Pink Agave brings an elevated Mexican dining experience that recently won Best Onboard Dining Venue across all cruise lines by the Travel Age West Wave Awards. While everything on their dinner menu is great, you have to have to make sure to get the bread pudding. Extra Virgin offers an Italian concept with fresh pastas and an amazing affogato cart, which delivers both Italian gelato and espresso. Gun Bay is also an excellent option for dinner on night one, because they'll seat you with other sailors and there's a fun game to get everybody loosened up. Gun Bay also has a great view of the cityscape as the ship leaves the terminal. Other than the main 6 restaurants and the food stalls in the galley, there are several other places to eat scattered throughout the ship, including the dock and the dock house, where you can find tapas and meze platters on Deck 7 aft at the rear part of the ship. The Social Club has bar food and is located on Deck 7 midship. The Sun Club Cafe is where you can find poke bowls and is located on Deck 16 forward. And last but not least, the Pizza Place, located on Deck 7 midship. If you'd like a slice to go, the Pizza Place will also give you a takeout box so you can eat it anywhere you want. For those sensitive to dairy, they also have vegan cheese options available. In addition to the galley, the Wake and Razzle Dazzle are also open for breakfast, brunch, and lunch. You won't typically need reservations for lunch, but it's not a bad idea to go ahead and book them for sea days or for the last full day of the voyage. On sea days around 5 p.m., there's a hosted event called Aperitivo with the Foodie. This takes place at the bar area of Extra Virgin with complimentary appetizers as well as cocktails for a charge. This is a great opportunity to meet other sailors and the foodie from the Happenings cast. There are grab-and-go items like salads, charcuterie, trail mix, and desserts at several places in the galley and by the aft exit to the dockhouse. Here's a pro tip. Scoop up a couple of these items and stash them in your mini fridge. This is the perfect in-room snack when you're getting ready or if you wake up feeling extra hungry. Room service on Virgin Voyages is called Ship Eats, and it's available through the app and on your in-cabin tablet. And it's really good. If you'd like to enjoy Ship Eats for breakfast, just place your order the night before. There are some amazing activities available on all Virgin Voyages. I mentioned the VHS workout earlier, and it's because it's one of my favorite ways to get a cardio workout while enjoying some great music and outfits from the 80s. Some sailors like to dress up, so if that's you, be sure to pack your spandex and your leg warmers and get ready to feel the burn with the provided shake weights as the Happenings cast members take you back in time. This workout is at your own pace, so it can be as easy or as intense as you want. Bingo with the Diva is another great way to get to interact with the Happenings cast, but you also have the opportunity to win real money, and sometimes it's a lot. Bingo cards are available for purchase an hour before the show, but times may vary, so check your event lineup for details. You can keep it simple with one set of cards or challenge yourself by trying to keep multiple going at once. The Diva sings, dances, and works her way through the crowd during the game. It's so much fun. For Caribbean itineraries, the Beach Club is Virgin's private area in Bimini, and it's absolutely worth a visit. A complimentary trolley will drive you from the pier right up to the entrance, and all the food is included. Although the menu looks a bit different, all the food is incredible. And finally, if you need to steam away any of the wrinkles from your clothes, feel free to request a steamer in your room, as you're not allowed to bring an iron or a steamer on board. All right, so are you ready to set sail on your Virgin Voyages cruise? If you haven't made your plans yet, I've got the best offer available, and I'd love to help get you booked. Drop me a message at curatedbylaurapoe.com.